Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Sacramento Kings. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Fox.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
Now Sacramento's starting five. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Giles is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. And for Detroit, we've got Brown. Zumboya is out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Rose in at the one. Tonight, both these teams missing key players. Brent, if you're a backup, talk about the pressure of replacing an injured star. That's got to be difficult.
Well, Kevin, you see throughout the course of the season with how much NBA basketball you watch, how much a player's opportunity coming off the bench can be enhanced by what the role has been before coming into this game. Going from 0 minutes to playing 35 is tough, but if that player has found the rhythm at 12 and 15 minutes, tonight he should be chomping at the bit. He's ready to go. He's been getting those incremental moments on the floor. Tonight's the time for him to step up a little bit.
Incredible opportunity.
Great chance.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Here's Drummond, and he banks in the layup.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside. Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to utilize Rose at the point guard position. Run him off screens all night long.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Pass to Snell. Pistons passing it around. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Hield. 20 points for him last game against Miami.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
Here's Hield. 6 on the shot clock. It's Bielitsa. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Hand up did not matter that time for Bielitsa to score.
Now here's Rose. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington. And stolen by Bielitsa. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Sacramento up 4. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Frazier. Wood out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Brown. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3, the small forward. Brent, he's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
Here's Drummond. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Over Dedmon. Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut back down to 7. The bucket there from Andre Drummond. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Now here's Drummond following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the feed to Dedmon. Back to Fox. It's good. Fox has got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Detroit shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Two shots. Last on the first.
And he makes the first. The Kings making a switch here. And Brown drops them both. Now Barnes. 11 points for him in that last game against the Heat in Miami.
Well, Fox trying to work on that outside jump shot, become more consistent. Nice bucket there.
And so it's Sacramento. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are down right now. How do you get back into the game?
Well, the thing about it is we got to have some want-to, some defensive toughness.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter was full of highlights for them, and as their play improved, so did their lead. They'll be carrying an 11-point edge into the second half. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
The speed of De'Aaron Fox, that was the difference. No one can stay in front of him. If you bring the help, he can beat you with the pass. And the jumper looking like Nick Van Exel.
Over to Kenny. What'd you think about Detroit?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Giles is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Fox in at point. Clock at 4. And Drummond kicks to Brown. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Brown's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Pistons.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
Here's Brown after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hield. Really been a key contributor over the past month, averaging about 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Thon Maker's checked in for Tony Snell, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Bruce Brown. Now here's Hield. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game.
That's such a quick trigger there. Hield able to hit even with a hand in his face.
Joseph against Rose. Knocked away. Here's Hield. And Maker sends it back.
Well, the positioning of Thon Maker is going to help him be a much more dependable shot blocker. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Joseph. He's tightly guarded. Three-pointer, Hield drills the three-pointer. Hield's got the lead up to 13 now for the Kings. Rose with the ball. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. From deep, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Kings lead by 13. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Tony Snell is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Frazier. And it's Rose in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes it to Rose. Count the basket. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. Yeah. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Rose. On the wing, Hield. Inside. Morris with the block. And he recovers it. Frazier outside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Now here's Hield, pass to Giles. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And the Pistons making a change here. Doomboy is checked in. Barnes, he's checked in for the Kings. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Fox against Frazier. And Fox gets it to go.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
It's good from long range.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Sweet little floater. And the Kings lead by 9.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Buddy Hield just has such an incredibly quick trigger.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They trail by 8. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, De'Aaron Fox.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some.